understand, things just to happen and you caught away. Our guest of honor, Honorable Minister of Small and Medium Enterprises and Corporate Development, Comrade Stem Sanyoni. Honorable Minister, Honorable Deputy Minister of Information, Communication Technology, Postal and Courier Services, Dr. Mlambo. Honorable Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Comrade Ziyambi. Honorable Deputy Minister of Lands and Rural Resettlement, Comrade Telai Savanu. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, Postal and Courier Services, Engineer Samuel Kundishora. The Mayor of Harare, Mr. Manyenyeni. The Consul of the Embassy of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Mushili. Pastor Tom Tishel and other members of the clergy here present. The AAG President, Chamuchi Wanza. The Board of Directors for Astro Mobile, Captains of Industry, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you tonight to this very important occasion for Astro Mobile. We are pleased to have you tonight. This is something that we are proud to be associated with as Zimbabweans. Astro is an African brand, a premium brand for that matter. What we believe is there are things that we are proud of as a people, as a nation, to be called a Zimbabwean. It is also our pride to be called Africans, because we are Africans. But there are things that sometimes is lacking. Some products that we are proud of are not African. Yes, we are still together. But at Astro we believe that we have something that Africa and Zimbabwe can be proud of. As black and dark, light in complexion as some of us are, we will still be very proud of who we are. And I believe tonight, as you walk out of this place, you'll be proud of something that is coming from Astro, from Zimbabwe and from Africa. The development team at Astro Mobile, our question is always, how can we make it better? How can we make it thinner? How can we make it more slick? How can we make it more durable? How can we make it more affordable? We have sleepless nights to try and make our products and devices more user-friendly. This is what our team is always trying to do, to make the best products, not only for the Zimbabwean market or the African market, but the world at large. I would like to tell you that our vision is moving not only in Africa, but we moving from the borders of Zimbabwe into Africa, and more so move into even the Asian, the European markets. We will get there with the support of you all who are standing in this house. The man that I want to introduce, my task is very simple this evening. I'm not going to talk much. My task is very simple, is to bring here a man, young man, who has been recognized not only by our company as Astro Mobile, but the government of Zimbabwe, through the Ministry of ICT, have recognized how innovative this man is. Ladies and gentlemen, the man I'm talking about, he has won accolades. He has been nominated the Young ICT Innovator 2012. He was the runner-up. Before that, he won the Victor's Awards. He was the top of the upcoming entrepreneurs. In 2013, he was the Minister of ICT 2013 Top Innovator of that year. I'm talking about serious innovation here. And this man, ladies and gentlemen, he sleeps innovation. He talks innovation. He walks innovation. And he breathes innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, this gentleman, young man, some would want to call him, but this man, my boss, he is a member of the Global Shepherds. This is World Forum, World Economic Forum body, which is responsible for trying to make sure that this world, being represented by young men, is going to be a better place. And that business is not only going to come from those that have traditionally been doing business, but also young men and women of this world have an input, and they're going to change positively towards the development of ICTs and the life at large of the people in this world. He is also a member of the African Leadership Network. The African Leadership Network is a network which is in Africa, and the young business people and the business people in Africa, they converge to discuss the matters that have to do with African technology, African business, how to make Africans, the life of Africans much better. And this man, ladies and gentlemen, before I welcome him to the podium, I would like to play a little video. After the video, ladies and gentlemen, this illustrious son of this great nation of Zimbabwe, I would like you to help me welcome him to this podium. But meanwhile, let me just play a little video before I welcome this man.
During the country's depression, the dream began, not only to survive, but to create, to educate, to share, and to build well. It all started with a passion for technology. To the world, we were the techies, but to our people, we were the pioneers. One is called the game of innovation. The new field is Africa, and it's time that our own innovation express love, share culture, propel our ideas, create new relationships, and make it easier for life to be expressed. A decade ago, I found my dream. There was a way to connect Africa to the world in a far greater time than ever before. But back then, I had no real money, no plan, just drive the goal. As I followed my heart, the vision to be shared was so manifested, almost to the point of breaking the dream. There were times when faith was shaken. But it wasn't long before my misfortunes turned into wisdom, my negatives into positives, my inexperience into understanding, and the spirit that drove me past had returned. Nothing was going to stop this vision. I started again with a clear mind and a clean slate. That's when it came to me. Astro, the brightest star in the sky, standing out among the rest. That's how I pictured Africa, and that's how I visualized this country. We started to rise. I began to personally design forms, the detail, the face, the lyrics, and simply inspired movements to our Muslim parties. People on the streets, in our towns, and throughout the city started to notice. They liked us, our homework, and grew early because we gave them the state of our markets, but for a much more reasonable price than our retailers. The future can be ours if we want it. Astro's vision was to break ground with its very first facility factory in the motherland, Zimbabwe, spreading throughout all of Southern Africa and Nigeria, employing thousands, building together with our friends, our family, and our people. We aren't selling products, we're selling experience, a dream, a belief that quality stands for itself, and that ICT is alive in our luxury. We believe all of Africa should have access to the world's greatest technology. This is Africa's new pride, by Africa, for Africa. Astro technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Mnyala Tikatizi.
Thank you, Mr. Chwara. I would want to again honor our guest of honor, who has probably left a very busy schedule to be with us tonight. I would want to honor the Minister of Small and Medium Enterprises and Cooperative Development, Honorable Stembi Sonyoni, our Deputy Minister of Information Communication Technology, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable Dr. Mlambo, our Permanent Secretary, Minister of Information Communication Technology, Postal and Courier Services, Engineer Gudishore, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises and Cooperative Development, Ms. Ndlovu. I would also want to honor the Permanent Secretary in the Vice President's Office, Dr. J. Katera, the Council of Embassy of Republic of Zambia, Musti Mushili. I would also want to honor the presence of Mr. Chamuchwanza, the AAG President. I would also want to take this opportunity to honor my pastors, Pastor Davirai and Pastor Rejoice Nyamugama, who are here present. And I'm so excited that all these people are here, and I just want to thank you for gracing us on this event. And before I go, I could have not made this without probably a wife besides me. I would want to obviously honor my wife as well, who is here in this midst, Lutendo Gwatizo. I'm so excited today, and I think if you can help me to remove this. I'm very excited about this event. I think this is a milestone for us as Astro. I think many people have heard us in the market. You have seen our products, you have seen our devices, and we are proud of what we do. We are proud of being African, and we are not ashamed to be African. I know a lot of people, they are not proud of who they are, but as Astro, we are proud of who we are, and we believe that we're going to make a difference in Africa in terms of coming up with innovative products. We believe that if other continents and other countries can do it, we should also be able to do it. We are an innovative company. We believe in innovation. We believe in enterprising solutions. And we believe in solutions that change people's lives. Many people always ask me, what do you do? They think that we probably make cell phones. And I always tell people that we don't make cell phones. What we create is an experience that people experience. And many people, they don't understand, because what you don't use is the hardware device that is in your hand, but you use the functionality that a device gives you. So as a company, our focus is what our customer wants, what people would want to use, rather than enforcing what we are developing for the customers to use. So we believe we use a human approach in our development. We study, we understand, and we always develop solutions that make our lives better, that makes how we do things better, that makes how we do things faster and quicker and more efficient. Today, I am very excited because we are launching our Prime Premium brand, which is called the Astro Virtual 2. This is an amazing phone. And I believe that when we start to go through the slide, it's a phone that will fascinate you, and it's something that will definitely excite you, having come from Zimbabwe. Because we believe this is probably one of the most exciting, best mobile device you can ever have or you can ever own. I'll start to talk about the hardware designs of this phone. I know most of you might be wondering, what's so special about this phone that probably this young guy has probably invited all of us to come here and stand and just watch him talk. I'll start to talk about the hardware design of this device that we're going to be launching today. This is the phone. It's called the Astro Virtual 2. I'll start to talk about the screen. I think most of you are probably asking, what's so special about this phone that you've probably called all these people to come and probably, listen and to probably witness this event. This is an amazing phone that we have spent 8 months developing. And one of the major challenges that we were having when we were developing this phone was, we have spent a lot of time developing this phone. And at the speed at which technology moves, by the time we finish developing it, probably technology would have leapfrogged. So that was the challenge that we have, to develop a phone that will still be the best phone in a year's time. So it was really a challenge to try to forecast the future, to try to think what will probably the best phone be like in the next 1 year. So when we were developing this phone, we had a 1 year in mind, because we were developing a phone that we wanted to be the best after 1 year. So you can try to imagine, how we were trying to research, how we were trying to look at other devices, how we were trying to spy even on other brands to try to see what's in their mind and what are they thinking. So firstly, what we wanted to do was to change our Virtual One. I think the people that know our first model, which was the Virtual One, was still the 5-inch thick, but it was a bulky phone. It was rather more bigger than this phone. So what we have done is probably we started to look onto the screen of the phone, and we said, people don't want to carry something which is bulky. All people want is the functionality on the screen, and there's really no need to have a lot of pallets around the phone. What you just want on your phone is just the screen. So we've tried to make the phone as sleek as it can be, that the only front is only the screen. So this basically reduces the size of the phone. So the phone becomes more lighter, it becomes more sleeker. So I'm still talking about the hardware. What we have done is we've tried to do an aluminium coating of the phone. Because most phones, they are all plastic, and if a phone is all plastic, it's normally not durable. But if you reinforce it with metal around, it reinforces the device, that the device becomes compact and becomes strong. So what we're trying to do was to create a phone which is durable, that you can use probably for 4-5 years, and you can probably change it because there's probably different technologies that are coming, not because the phone is worn out. So what we were looking at was something which will make the phone more durable. We have done the metal casing around the phone to reinforce the strength of the device. Then the next thing, which I believe is amazing, what we have done to this phone is we have put the speakers underneath the phone. The most phones that you probably have today have got speakers at the back of the phone. But what normally happens is when you're listening to music and you put that phone on the desk, it means the sound quality will be interrupted because it will be blocked by whatever substance underneath. So what we've done, we've changed and we've moved the speakers and we've put the speakers of the phone underneath the phone, so that even when you put the phone onto your table or on any substance, you still enjoy the quality of sound that you want to enjoy. So this is probably one of the first phones to have speakers there. So it's something that we're excited about, because it doesn't interrupt your sound quality. Also, what you've done is you've coated the charging port with a stainless steel. I think to many people that use smartphones, if you use it for a long time, it ends up having loose connections. When you put your charger, the phone doesn't really charge. You have to probably charge it at a certain angle for it to charge. It's because the terminal, as you charge, they wear out. So what we have basically done is to coat the charging port with a stainless steel, so that you always charge your phone without any problems. Also, what we have done is to put the the power button off at a position that you can, it's not difficult. Because I think most times when you're holding your phone, you're probably holding your phone like this. And what we have done is to try to create a user experience that doesn't give you a lot of hassle to switch off or switch on your cell phone. So we've tried to put all the functionality buttons at an area, at a position that you always frequently handle your cell phone on. So our aim is to try to make a cell phone as user-friendly as possible. so that it's not hassle, so that when you want to switch it on, you have to turn it around so that you switch it on. We've also done this for the volume buttons. We've put them at a position which is also easy to navigate on. We've also the normal jack slot for your earphones, and nowadays this jack slot is being used for different kind of things, not just for charging. Then we also have got the handset for your core audibility. Then the other amazing feature about this phone is the high frequency digitalized microphone. If I click on myself on the one, this is the same phone that I'm holding, and if I click on it, there's a blue button which lights up, and this blue button which lights up, it's a digitalized high frequency microphone. What this microphone does, this is a first, and you can only find it on an Astro. We've managed to digitalize the microphone to the extent that if you are surrounded by a noisy environment, the phone is able to sense the noise around and block it. And the person that you're talking to only hears your voice. So if I normally hear a lot of people that tell you, you know what, I'm in a bus, I can't hear you. Or, you know, I can't hear you, there's noise, I'm in a bar, or something. But what our phone does, it automatically senses noise, which is coming out of, you know, other areas, and it blocks that noise, and it only makes sure the person that you're talking to hears your voice and your sound. So it maintains the sound quality. And this is a first from Astro. It's a digitalized microphone, which we believe will make, you know, the talking voice user experience amazing. The next thing is about the thinness of the phone. This, I believe, is one of the thinnest cell phones which is available on the market. The phone is only 6.5 millimeters thick, which makes it one of the thinnest cell phones you can ever have. And I want to believe that you don't want to carry excess baggage, like what I've said. You want to carry something which is sleek, which is light. I think you can see the phone, it's a very thin cell phone. And, you know, it gets to give you the sleekness that you probably like. So what we're excited about on managing to streamline the thinness of the phone is we are a Zimbabwean company and an African company. And we've come up with something that we believe is better and more thinner than other global brands that we talk about. And this is something that we have done out of Zim, we've designed out of Zim. And I'm very excited about that, about creating something which is a world record, which can also be on other review platforms. So as I'm talking, we've got other international review platforms that are already reviewing our smartphone, like Engadget and Devices.com. These are American companies that review devices. And they've asked for this device to actually review it, so that the whole of the world can see what we have done as Astro. So here, this is still the thinness of the phone, where we're trying to show you how thin this phone is and how sleek this phone is. This is a ruler. This is the big ruler. I think we all use this ruler at some point, because I know people have got a tendency of saying, you know what, is this really 6.5 millimeters? Or you've taken a ruler from the internet and you've tried to maneuver it to be 6.5 millimeters. So what we decided was to take a ruler that you all know, that I grew up using, and we've measured this phone. I think you are very far, but if you are near, you can actually see that that is 6.5 millimeters. When we were doing our first session with the journalist, someone asked and said, is it true that your phone is 6.5 millimeters thickness? The thickness is 6.5 millimeters, because I've heard other brands that have got probably 6.5 millimeters thickness. And my argument was that our phone is basically 6.5 millimeters thin from the screen to the back. And other devices that are in the market, which claim that they've got a 6.5mm device, they only look at the metal strip. I think you're able to look at that metal strip. That's what they measure and say their phone is 6.5mm. But I don't want to believe that is the thickness of the phone. The thickness of the phone is from the back to the front. And I can confidently say our phone is 6.5mm from the back to the front, which makes it the world's thinnest cell phone at the moment. I can talk about the screen. I think people are so fascinated nowadays about the screen, and you would want to know what kind of a screen have you put on our device. Like what I said, what we always try is to give you the best user experience. When we're designing the phone, we imagine the best user experience. What we've done is we've put in a full HD screen, and many people always ask me, what's the fuss about full HD and HD and all these picture qualities that you're always talking about? And I always find it interesting to explain to people. And I know many of the people here, they don't really understand what this means. I think I will try to explain it in a simplified manner so that you understand the importance of a full HD screen. You've got a number of pixels that you have in every box, in every image. Every image that you see on your phone, there are boxes or dots that are in that image. And the number of dots that are in an image, they've got an effect to the quality of the picture that you get. So if you've got fewer color dots on an image, it means that image is poor. And if you try to expand that image or try to put it on a bigger screen, that image is likely to pixelate. Because the pixels or the dots that are in the picture, they are very few. So if you've got a full HD type screen, you're looking at 1920 by 920 pixels in the image. It means there is more pixels in that image, which means that picture is rich and is not compromised on whatever screen that you watch it from. So the screen quality has got an effect of how you enjoy to watch or to see or to use your cell phone. I think I can take you back. Many years ago, we used to watch black and white televisions. And I don't know if most of the people that are in this room are still able to watch a black and white TV. It's very difficult. Or I can take even the first color TVs. If I'm to say, watch that TV, you find it so difficult to watch that TV. Why? Because you are used to a superior quality. That's what happens. When you migrate to a full HD screen, you are migrating to a superior picture quality, where you actually see a red for a red, a blue for a blue, a yellow for a yellow. So I think this is very important. So it comes with a full HD screen, which means you've got the best picture quality out of the device. Our phone also comes with a removable battery. I think most of the smartphones nowadays, they've got a power problem. And power is always an issue on smartphones. I've heard people, say, what, can't you come up with something that can probably make our device last for 2 days, 3 days, or for 4 days? And it's still a challenge in our industry to come up with a solution that will do that. But I think one of the most easy things is probably to then have a removable battery so that you can always have probably a spare battery. I'll go on the visual designs. Camera has become a tropical issue.